And 5, 4, 3. Welcome to Peacekeeper Reaction. My name is Nathan. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. It's a very special episode. For the first time in my YouTube career with this channel and the previous channel, Nightmares, I get to listen to new music by A Perfect Circle and react to it. This is very exciting for me as A Perfect Circle. You know, I'm a huge Tool fan. As you can see, I have a love of Tool, and I'm crazy. I love Tool. I'm a big Tool fan. Maynard James Keenan, I think, writes some of the most amazing lyrics, and I think he's very underrated as a vocalist himself. So I'm a huge fan of Tool, obviously. When Perfect Circle came out, I was very excited, and I would say A Perfect Circle is a different beast than Tool, obviously, entirely, but A Perfect Circle songs do hit as hard as a Tool song. You know, you listen to songs like Pet and Passive, I think, is one of their best songs, you know, and the last 30 seconds of Passive hits as hard as like the last 30 seconds of a Rosetta Stone or something. So I just find musically A Perfect Circle is a different beast, but they emotionally bring me onto that same level that I get from some of the best Tool songs. What they have in common is obviously frontman Maynard James Keenan. You know, if you look at A Perfect Circle, they're often referred to as a super group. And I just find that so silly because, yeah, it's musicians from other bands and stuff. But, like, I don't know. I just really hate that super group label that they have. However, Maynard James Keenan may be the frontman, but the music and the band is a brainchild of Billy Howardell, former guitar technician for Nine Inch Nails, Smashing Pumpkins, Fishbone, and Tool. He met singer Maynard James Keenan in 92 when Tool was opening for Fishbone, and the two became friends. 3 years later, Keenan offered Howardell, who was looking for lodging, a room in his North Hollywood home. That's pretty crazy. This provided Howardell the opportunity to play demos of his music for Keenan. Pleased with what he heard, Keenan remarked, "I could hear myself singing these songs." Howardell originally wanted Cocteau Twins lead singer Elizabeth Fraser to be A Perfect Circle's vocalist. Man, imagine how she was unavailable, it says, but imagine how different A Perfect Circle would be with that singer instead of MJK. Very interesting. So, however, they recently released a new song. I guess it's the first song in about 8 years, and it's called Starless. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is just listen to the entire song, and I've got my headphones cranked. So I'm very excited to listen to new music by A Perfect Circle. Starless. Oh, damn. I'm stoked. Guys, cheers. Raise your glasses. Let's have a little cheers because we're listening to Starless on Peacekeeper.
Power hungry, cold authority.
Perfect Circle with Starless on Peacekeeper. Oh my God. I love this so much. I got so much goosebumps hearing this song. This is exactly what I want in a Perfect Circle song. Musically, the riving guitar the entire way through, it's reminiscent of like Pet or The Package. Those are my favorite a Perfect Circle songs, and this scratch that itch so hard I'm bleeding. I love this so much. Now, looking into the lyrics, like that's kind of my deal. I'm a lyrics person. That's why I love Tool. I listen to Stinkfist since it came out. I was a young goth kid who listened to Marilyn Manson, Nine Inch Nails, Ministry, stuff like this, and an older goth came up to me. He handed me the CD for Enema. And he said, look, you like that stuff, but really listen to this. It stayed in my Discman probably for the rest of that school year. I was in grade nine, I think. And I fell in love with Maynard's lyrics. That's what drove me to loving Tool. And then I became fascinated with Adam Jones on the guitar, the bass lines, the drums. I mean, Danny Carey is just an octopus of a human being. But I listened to Stinkfist for the whole time since it's out, and I never really honestly thought it was about fisting. Like, here I listen to these lyrics and I'm thinking about the pains of addiction. I related it to my own life and the things that I've been through. And then someone's like, it's a song about fisting. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. And that's kind of what is amazing about Maynard James Keenan's lyrics, is that I bet you, if you're a red-pilled Trumper or you're a left-wing Antifa, you're gonna be able to read this song and be like, yeah. Like that's what made the South Park, before it started sucking, so great, was that it could skewer things and satire and parody life, and then you would have both left wing and right wing people being like, "Yeah, see, gotcha," and that's what I love about this, because like Maynard James Keenan must be a person who's probably a little older than me. I think he's probably 10 or 15 years older than me. I just watched him on What's in My Bag, and I was like, wow, he's turning into Dilbert, I think. So politically, if you listen to the evolution of his songwriting, remember songs like Hush, like I can say what I want to, fuck you. Well, who's stopping me? And that was sort of the vibe at the time in the 90s, was like we were all about like wearing offensive shirts, saying fuck you to anyone who was offended. Like we tried to be offensive to try and push the boundaries of what was acceptable. Like, I think that fighting for the freedom of speech to literally say whatever you want. And I'm sure that as myself, Maynard James Keenan politically, saw the shift, the paradigm shift of everything, where suddenly it isn't like being free speech is a right-wing thing, and being offended is bad, and this whole crazy switch. So I think that if you like me and Maynard, people who grew up politically where the right was Christian fundamentalist and the left was like punk rockers who wanted to offend. I remember Marilyn Manson concert being banned in my town of Calgary, and it was like, fuck this shit. We should be able to say whatever the hell we want. Who cares what anyone thinks? And now it's like, and it's totally shifted. So now I think the song to me is like dealing with fundamentalism of any kind. And like it says, moral compass obliterated, our lodestar obfuscated. But you don't agree with me, then you're the enemy. And fundamentalist lockstep don't feel right to me. So, our moral compasses have shifted so much, and our lodestar, like the star that guides you on your way, is now suddenly not on course. We don't have a star. We're starless. All we care about is being right. fundamentalism is wrong because, like, I used to love listening to Christopher Hitchens debate Catholics. I loved the two debates, and so you watch a person like Charlie Kirk, for example, debating with people and having ideas. And I always thought it was a virtue to be like, oh, look, I'm open to having my mind changed. That was like a kind of beautiful thing. Like, hey, I think this, but if you show me facts that show otherwise, I'm down. Like, that's great. I want to be, but now it's not about that. It's about agreement, a lockstep, 100%. You're with me or you're against me, and I don't think that's a good way to live life. And I feel like this song is like, how do we get back to discussion? How do we get back to being reasonable? Fundamentalism is wrong on any side, I think. You can be a fundamentalist right, you can be a fundamentalist left, but you all have to be open to facts. Facts don't what is that Ben Shapiro thing he always says? Facts don't care about your feelings until the facts aren't with Ben, and then he's just turned into a snowflake. So he's also a fundamentalist. These people on both sides are engaged in fundamentalism, and I love that there's a song saying "fuck that." Let's get back to our proper way. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe this is a left-wing anthem against the right. Maybe this is a right-wing anthem against the left. What do you guys think? That's all I care about. This is just my first listen and my first interpretation, just reading along with the lyrics here. But I love this. I can't wait to put my headphones later, walk my dog, and just pound this because this is going right on my playlist. So, what do you guys think about this or any other topic? Let me know in that comment section. That's what comment sections are for. You want to support the show? Go to patreon.com/Peacekeeper Reaction. And for Peacekeeper, I'm Nathan. Play safe. I can put my arm back on.